Hello, it is 9 p.m., October 11th, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. We dealt with a pretty cloudy day today. A little peak of sun here and there, and then the clouds kind of thickened up. Looking at the satellite, see plenty of clouds. These are the remnants of what was Hurricane Delta. If we look at the radar, you'll see we have a couple of sprinkles around. The main heavier rain looks to be off to the south. Let's go for a wider view on this radar. You can see all the rain over here. This is what's going to be affecting us later tonight and tomorrow. Looking at the current conditions, we have temperatures pretty kind of cool out there. Temperatures around 60 degrees, dew points around 50. If we go to the south, though, you'll notice higher dew points in New Jersey, closer to 60, more humidity there. But overall, I think it was a fairly cool day today. We will go and look at the high temperatures today and see what they were across the area. Probably fairly cool, yeah, mid 60s across the island. Going into the city, let's see what we have over here. A little warmer in the city, 70. Toms River, upper 60s, so a little warmer there. More or less, probably close to average, I guess, for the time of year. So let's go ahead and look at what we have going on in the atmosphere as we deal with the remnants of Delta coming our way. And we will first start with a look at the upper air. And this is the GFS. So you see, there's the remnants of Delta, this large ridge. It's going to be going along through this ridge here. We're going to be dealing with those remnants. And then we deal with more of a westerly flow. You can see the tight isobars, so you get kind of a westerly zonal flow. And then as we get into the weekend, here comes this nice big trough that's going to come in and bring some cool air, cooler air our way. Hopefully some really nice cool air. Oh, and look at that. It looks like there's another tropical system being formed here on the GFS. That would be a threat for later. And that, I'm wondering where that's coming from. So we're going to actually go ahead and look at a larger view now because I saw that. So now we got to look at that. And we'll look at the North Atlantic view and I'll figure out where that is coming from. This is the North Atlantic upper air view. So I'm trying to see where that's coming from, where that tropical system is forming, where the GFS wants to form it. And it looks like it's forming it south of Cuba in this area right here. Again, it forms it on October 24th. That's a ways away. That is one of the areas, though, I believe. Let me look at the NHC because they are watching an area. I know that they are. We'll go ahead and look at that. They're watching this. So maybe it would be this. I would have to look at the actual surface. But this would be the next possible tropical system to develop. Which would be, what's the name? I know it's another Greek name. It starts with an E, I think. I don't remember what it is. But this could be the next one. Let me go to the MSLP here and precipitation so we can get an idea of where this thing would actually forms. I'm just kind of curious. Looks like it looks like it forms just south of Cuba. And then you have something going on over here. What is that? That's kind of weird. So this is way in advance, but this is just a reminder that we are not over with the season. There are going to be more storms, more major storms, and more threats to the coast, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and look at the surface now on the GFS as we go ahead and look at this week, and we're going to be dealing with this rain into tomorrow. That's what we're going to focus on is tomorrow's weather because it will be a wet day. You can see here the remnants of Delta, or it's going to be raining. Now the models have slowed it down and they're lingering the rain into Tuesday, at least the GFS is. So that means that we will see even more rain. So let's see what the total accumulated precip is. We're going to see, it's still saying around that 1 to 2 inch mark that we're going to see. That is the GFS's interpretation of it that we're going to be dealing with. These remnants, they're slow moving because of the way the atmosphere is set up. Not a lot of wind to kick it out, so to speak. So it's going to take its sweet time moving through, I guess you could say. Let's go ahead and look at the NAM 12 kilometer. So we will go ahead and look at the NAM 12 kilometer and get an idea. So this would be the rain. The rain starts in the morning tomorrow, all right, and it lingers throughout the day. Maybe it gets a little lighter later on, but I don't think it goes away completely. And there might be some drizzle around. You can kind of see where that the remnant low might actually try to form another low offshore there like that. I don't know. That's the dam seems to be developing just a very weak low. probably extratropical, but it would probably linger the rain to Tuesday morning, that second low, and then finally moves out later in the afternoon. Let's see how much rain the NAM winds up giving us here in the total accumulated precip, because I have a feeling it gives us. It's got a sharper cutoff, so it has Long Island basically getting an inch, but that heavy band of rain, it has it setting up over the southern half of New Jersey, where they could see 2 inches or more. So it all kind of depends on where the rain sets up. But that is what the NAM has. This is very hard to predict everything, but it just looks like this is going to be a drawn-out event, which, I can't stand when it rains all day. So let's look at the 0Z8 triple R, which, of course, I don't have enough in, so I guess I'm going to have to go look at the 18Z1 instead. Well, I guess I could look at the 23Z, but again, I only got 18 hours of this. This moves, again, we get this rain. It could be heavy at times, but that's as far as it gets. Only the 17Z Monday. Whereas if I go to the 18Z run, it goes a little further along. So you can see here's the rain, and yeah, it's going to be around all day. The shower is going to be around all day. We're going to be dealing with this all day. It's going to be an all-day affair, unfortunately, which is a pain. I'd prefer it to rain and get over with, but that's not what's going to happen tomorrow. So you don't want to go out in the rain. You'll be stuck inside. Which I probably will be because I don't like going out in the rain. So that is what it looks like right there. And we'll see what the HRRR, it only goes out to a certain amount, but let's see what the total accumulated precip is on that. Again, it's trending with heavier rain south. But a shift in these could bring the heavier rain up north or way. The potential is there's a good potential for at least 1 to 2 inches of rain. With this all-day rain event. And it's going to be miserable, too, outside. If we look at the temperatures, it will be a chilly rain, too. So we're going to go ahead and look at the temperatures tomorrow on this as well. And you will see that the temperatures are going to pretty much be in the upper 40s to low 50s. That's it. That's as far as we're going. And then as we get into Tuesday, we'll see those temperatures warm up into the 60s and maybe to 70. All right. The other thing I want to look at is dew points as well. And when I use the dew point, I'm going to use the NAM 12 kilometer for that, because that's a bit of a better resolution. So you will see here's the drier air coming in. Dew points are fairly comfortable out there, and they will be. Humidity, there may be a little more mugginess on further south you go, but it shouldn't be that humid of a day. Just a nasty raw day. You can see that there's going to be a pretty stiff easterly wind too. Out of it. So even when it's not raining, you're going to be dealing with drizzle. And then if we finally get rid of it later on Tuesday. Let's go and look at the winds that we're going to be dealing with here. Because you're going to have that easterly wind. And when you have an easterly wind like this along the coast here, it's going to cause some minor coastal flooding. And that's definitely another thing that we're going to need to watch, I think, is that threat for coastal flooding. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. So once we get done with this, we'll go back to the GFS and we'll look at the rest of the week as to what the GFS thinks is the way things are going to progress. So we are a little above normal, all right, so probably around 70 on Wednesday. Thursday, we're around 70, and we've got to wait until Friday. That's when that cold front comes through. Probably Thursday into Friday, and look at that. Friday, we are much cooler. High struggling to reach 60. And same thing on Saturday. So it's a really nice, cool shot of air that's going to be coming in for the weekend. And it's also going to be a nice dry shot. So we'll look at the humidity, too, so you get to see the drop in dew points with that. So, again, you can see how the dew points kind of come up. It's going to get a little humid Tuesday morning because you have the remnant low, a little tropical moisture coming up from it. And then the dry air comes in on the backside. Dew points drop later Tuesday, and to Wednesday we have lower humidities, and maybe a little increase in the humidity very early Friday morning before the cold front, and then dew points drop, and we have that nice dry air, really nice dry air come in, and hopefully that'll bring us some nice skies. So let's go ahead and look at the skies. So here are the skies. Tomorrow, obviously, plenty of clouds. And Tuesday, maybe we get rid of them later in the day. Wednesday, it does seem to be generating some clouds. This might be overdone. We'll probably have to wait for the front to come through to really bring us some nice clear air, hopefully Saturday and maybe Sunday, though it looks like it's bringing more clouds in. But this is a ways off we got to get through this rain first with the remnants of Delta. So I want to use two sites to actually look a little closer at this, and at the rain and the wind, well, the wind especially, because that's what we're going to be dealing with. So this is the Ventus Sky site, and this is going to be using the HRRR. So let me move this over to tomorrow, so you get an idea of the wind gusts. All right, so 2 in the morning, we're already got wind gusts to 27. So we're going to see those winds pick up, I think, as we get later on in the day. Let's go to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We have wind gusts up near 42 along the coast. So with that east wind, it's going to help to cause some coastal flooding and beach erosion. And especially along the Jersey Shore. Look at that, around Seaside Heights. Wind gusts close to 50, perhaps, is likely on the HRRR, and those winds continue. Look at that, maybe even closer to 60. And on Long Island, we have wind gusts to 40. So it's going to be pretty nasty out there with these winds. 42 mile an hour winds, gusts up to 50 over there. So let's go to the, actually this has waves, so let's go ahead and look at that. Go ahead and look at that too as well. Look at the waves. So we're going to look at the 11 o'clock first. So yeah, 10 footers offshore. So it's going to be, there could be some coastal flooding with this. It's a possibility that we could see some coastal flooding with this. Definitely looking at this information here that we have. Yeah, there definitely could be some coastal flooding, mostly on the South Shore with that easterly flow. It looks like the Jersey Shore is going to get the worst of it. Like, look at these waves right at Seaside Heights, which sees the times over 13 feet. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Now, let's go to windy.com, and we're also going to look at the windy.com site as well. And this, again, uses the European. That's the default, so that's what we're going to use. And we're going to look at some of the wind gusts on this, because it's already getting breezy out there. I was out there, and you could already feel the winds picking up. So already it has wind gusts to 30, so over at Montauk. So let's move this to tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., and look at that. Wow. So over the land, we got wind gusts up to 27, but over the water, you're going to have wind gusts up to 42, 40 again. This is in line with which is what the HRRR had. Let's go to 2 p.m. tomorrow. Gets even worse. So over land, we're going to have wind gusts close to 40, and then over the water at the beaches, you wind gusts again close to 50 miles an hour. These are going to be, they may have to issue a wind advisory for tomorrow, as far as they haven't already. And we already have a coastal flood advisory at 46 mile an hour wind gusts, and over the land 33. There may be some scattered power outages. I don't think power outages should be that big of an issue. It's mainly going to be the coastal flooding impacts, and any small craft that are out there is going to be kind of dangerous for them. So let's go ahead and look at the waves on the European here. Right now it don't look too bad, but once we get to 11 a.m. tomorrow, things start changing. We start seeing those 10-foot swells up there. Afternoon, we got even more here. Here we're up to 11 feet. So this is going to have to be watched for coastal flooding situations there. And the last stop will be the Weather Service. And I also want to tell you also to tune into my colleague Andy's Randomness. He's doing weather updates too, so check those out. And let's go ahead and get the latest here from the Weather Service. They're talking about the rain. They're talking about, this is one of their models that they're using for the rain. I really wish they'd be putting a little more emphasis on the flooding, coastal flooding perhaps. But you have the rain on top of this. This is what we could see, 2.5 inches of rain. It's going to be a wet, miserable day tomorrow. All right, that's the bottom line. It'll be a rainy day, and we're going to be dealing with this rain for a while, it looks like. But as far as what's going on for us, so far there's a gale warning and a small craft advisory. But I would be surprised if they do issue a wind advisory and a coastal flood advisory as well. So that is going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thank you for watching. And try to stay dry tomorrow.